You cannot lose your infinite self-worth. It is always there. You can never lose it. We as humans are infinitely worthy, all of us. And in my other video, I explained that we have two kinds of self-worth. And one of them is our natural self-worth, and we can never lose it. And even if we make mistakes, which we all do, right? Do you know anybody in your environment who has not made a single mistake? I don't think so. We all make mistakes. So that does not diminish our self-worth. We are all infinitely worthy, even if we are not perfect. We are not designed to be perfect. How boring would it be if all of us were like perfect beings that would not develop? We came here to make experiences, and we have the freedom to explore what feels right for us. Imagine somebody cannot drive a bicycle very well. He's learning it, and he's sitting on his bicycle, and there is a there is a street, and he is driving on this street, and then it turns a little bit too much to the left. He's driving next to the street, to the street, and through the grass, and then he finds his way back on the street, and then maybe he turns too much to the right and goes into the field, into the cornfield, and finally he finds his way back on the street. This is a picture how you can imagine us going through life, making different experiences that we call mistakes. If we turn away from this street, that would be a mistake, but it makes us so much more sure of what we truly want and what we want to express, who we want to be, that we will find our way back again. And we have a limited perspective on life because we see only one lifetime. But the soul is there before it comes into the body, and it is continuing to be there after we leave our body, and we explore life through another lens, through another body, and we take our experiences with us. And the soul has a certain journey here, and through the understanding of what the soul really don't want and what is not in alignment with our inner being, with our self, we know so much more what we want. And this is how we find our way back to the street. So we don't have to judge ourselves or others so hard if we or others make mistakes, because, as I said, we are not designed to be perfect, and we are all infinitely worthy. And I heard somebody saying that there are two groups of people. One group thinks they are not perfect, and therefore they don't allow themselves to have these heartfelt connections. This group of people are the business people. They allow themselves to have the success and the money, but they have this idea, okay, I'm not perfect, I don't allow myself to feel really loved. And the other kind of group, the other group of people has the same belief that they are not perfect, and therefore they don't allow themselves to have the success and the money that they want. This kind of people are the more hippie kind of people, or the ones who think in a very alternative or spiritual way. They allow themselves to have the friendships and the heartfelt connections they want, but they don't allow themselves to be as wealthy as they really want. And it is very important that we look at these thought patterns and that we find a way to see ourselves different and remind other people how worthy they are, because if we understand we don't have to be perfect to be infinitely worthy, then we allow ourselves to have all that we want, and it is in our power to have it if we truly, deeply allow ourselves to receive what we want. And receiving requires us to open up to our feminine side, to allow more of our intuition, this side of us that is not doing, but it is and it is open to receive, and it is intuitive. And often we have pushed that side a little bit away because we had the idea that giving and generosity would be better than receiving. But it is not possible to breathe only out and not breathe in. So that is not comfortable. We also need to allow ourselves to receive and to be still sometimes. And we don't have to think we should prove our worth with action and with achieving so much, because there's nothing we need to do to be worthy. We have our natural self-worth all the time. It is always infinite, and it is only our success self-worth who can change, but our natural self-worth is always so much bigger than the success self-worth, so that we don't have to fight to be worthy. We don't have to do anything to be worthy. And if we understand this on a deep level, then we will allow ourselves to receive all the abundance, all the financial abundance, and all the heartfelt connections, and all the friendships and relationships we desire. And that is something that I wish for all of us. See you in the next video.